Hello and welcome to this special discussion on The Wire. I'm MK Venu, editor at The Wire, and our special guest today is Professor Badri Narayan, who's a professor at the JNU, at the Center for for the Studies of Discrimination and Exclusion. More importantly, Professor Badri Narayan is one of the keenest observers of identity politics in India, particularly in the context of UP. And a lot of his academic work has related to the marginalized communities in UP, especially the Dalits. And one of his recent works is about fascinating. Is titled "Fascinating Hindutva, Saffron Politics and Dalit Mobilization." Of course, this book was written a few years ago. But it has a particular context today because of the direct clash between the BJP, the Saffron Sangh Parivar, and Mayawati in the forthcoming UP elections. There's a clash of titans, as it were. Mayawati is trying to recover fully her Dalit base, which the BJP had somewhat eaten into in the 2014 Lok Sabha polls. That is the context, but Professor Badri Narayan has studied and written much more, gone beyond these immediate electoral political events. So we have him with us to discuss some of these aspects of UP politics. Welcome to our show, Professor Badri Narayan.
Thank you.
So tell us, how do you read what is going on in UP? It is being billed as a make or break for BJP. So BJP is obviously leaving no stone unturned to mobilize Hindu votes, to sort of give a fillip to the majoritarian politics under various pretexts: nationalism, surgical strikes in Pakistan. Obviously, they're worried. They're worried that in the backdrop of what's been happening with Dalits, the Una incident, and the way Mayawati was abused by some of the leaders in UP, there's widespread impression that Mayawati is getting consolidating her votes. So, how do you read the situation?
You are very right, Venu. The way this election, the BJP is packaging its mobilization politics.
Yeah.
They are calling it development, but I used to call it development plus.
Yeah.
And in that development plus, the nationalism, war hysteria, the communal polarization, many things are, and caste politics.
Those are their other surgical strikes.
Surgical strikes which they are doing.
Yeah.
So caste politics, because now you can see, you may see the shift in BJP character in UP. Now BJP is not the party of the forwards and Brahmin. Now it's the party of the OBC.
Yeah.
It's going to emerge as the party of the OBC and trying hard to get support of Dalits.
Okay.
So you must have remembered that Amit Shah, before 2014 election, he attended a lot of caste conferences organized by small Dalit community and OBC leaders with the help of RSS, and he attended all these conferences. Through that, he built up that momentum. And in this election also, you must have read that he attended Suhal Dev Samiti, Suhal Dev Sabha in Mau, and similarly around Kanpur he attended the Bhangi Sabha. Recently on Balmiki Sabha he gave a lecture.
He gave a lecture,
here. So the caste politics is the part of this development plus.
Yeah.
But and the way they want to appropriate Ambedkar, and through Ambedkar they want to do a kind of politics. It's also very.
And they're posing Ambedkar as having been anti-Muslim.
Yes.
Sometimes quoting him selectively.
Bilkul. I used to say that Ambedkar myth can't be swallowed by the party, those who have not appetite to, because Ambedkar is a myth, is a very critical kind of myth and symbol, and anyone can't swallow. So because it has a teeth, If someone will swallow, it will come out
okay.
पेट फाड़ के निकल आना kind of thing, kind of thing you can see in that. So that kind of thing are there. But the BJP is trying hard to swallow Ambedkar myth, but they are failing every day to हाथ से फिसल जाना. It's a slipping.
ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है?
हाँ, ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? That's a very pertinent question.
कुछ आपको ये भी लगता है कि टॉप लीडरशिप इस तरह की नए आइडियाज को प्रोपगेट कर रही है, मगर एट द ग्रास रूट्स लेवल the way ABVP cadres behave, it is completely different.
Yeah, very.
There is no connect between the top and the bottom.
Bilkul. Yeah, because actually there is no connect between Kathni and Karni, because their Kathni, they want to do like this. At ideal level, they want to appropriate Dalit, but in their culture, it's a very Brahminical culture.
So what you're saying that there is no organic ideological absorption of this new ideas that they're trying to propagate.
Yeah. And in that context, when they want to appropriate Dalit, but in their action, they are not able to do that because of their everyday culture. And that's why these fragments you can see. And that's why Dalit are very worried from BJP. And when we go in the field work, they used to say that हम लोग बहुत पीटे जाएंगे अगर BJP आ गई तो.
ये तो उनके लीडर भी बोल रहे थे.
हाँ.
बीजेपी के लीडर, यूपी के जो दलित लीडर्स चिट्ठी लिखे दिल्ली के लीडरशिप को बोल रहे थे कि अगर ये इम्प्रेशन अगर चलता रहा तो मुश्किल हो जाएगा.
हाँ, मुश्किल हो जाएगा, बिल्कुल. तो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट you can find this disconnect between what they are saying and what there are people and groups in RSS. They are and the BJP. They see Dalit as a vote bank. But there are people in the RSS, those who believe that Dalit should come in their politics through Samrasta politics. And Samrasta is one of the device through which they want to appropriate them. Samrasta. But in the morning they ate.
ये समरसता उन्होंने महाराष्ट्र में एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था.
जी.
जब दलित पंथर के जो फाउंडर थे नामदेव धसल, RSS चीफ एट दैट टाइम, सेट अ प्लेटफॉर्म.
बिल्कुल.
उसको समरसता गैदरिंग ही बताया गया.
बिल्कुल. That's very true. From there that politics emerged. और फिर ये आया यहाँ पर जो बनारस में इन्होंने राजा डोम राजा के साथ देवरस ने खाना खाया और they organized a huge festival. And then in every village in UP, every village, मतलब मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि RSS पॉलिटिक्स यूपी में शिफ्ट गांव की तरफ गई है. और उन्होंने
गांव की तरफ गई है,
बिल्कुल. इन्होंने गोरखपुर कॉन्वेंशन में ये they took a decision that now we are going to move towards village.
कुछ साल पहले तक RSS को छोटे शहर तक ही सीमित देखा गया था.
नहीं, हाँ, एकदम. But now the character has been changed, especially from Gorakhpur, this UP Nepal border, from Gorakhpur to Bahraich. If you go in the villages, you can find sakhas are even organized in the
So you're saying that there is an RSS penetration of rural UP?
Yeah.
In a very structured way.
Bilkul. In rural UP and also among Dalits. Whatever they got in 2014 election, it's because of the RSS intensive work among Dalits, and how they have learned from Kansiram. The way Kansiram mobilized Dalit, the similar method they implement, they use, like organizing, inventing heroes of Dalits, organizing fairs in the memory of Dalit heroes, writing booklets in their glory, and if you see the RSS chutti, calendar of chutti, you can find there also Dalit heroes.
Dalit
icons are there. So like Uda Devi, who is the Pasi heroes, and the BSP celebrate Uda Devi, and also BJP also celebrate Uda Devi. So they are trying to enter in the same way.
Are they succeeding? As you said, at the grassroots level, the political economy, obviously लैंड रिलेशंस, यहाँ सब तो कोई और डायनामिक्स हो रही हैं. ये तो आइडियाज के लेवल पे किया जा रहा है.
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
कल्चरल लेवल पे किया जा रहा है.
हाँ, बिल्कुल. नहीं, जैसे दोनों ही है. जैसे कुछ जगह पे जहाँ पर कॉम्युनल पोलराइजेशन के सिचुएशन हैं, political economy also support that kind of communal polarization. Yeah, insecurity like this UP Nepal border, which is very communally sensitive place, or Western UP. There जहाँ पर BSP नहीं है, BSP नहीं है का मतलब जैसे चमार के बीच they can't enter among Koris. But the smaller caste where there are no other political party reached, sometimes they reached and they try to mobilize them on the issue of self-respect, providing them self-respect. So, but there are two factors. One is the BSP presence. BSP presence के कारण it's very difficult to enter among Dalit vote bank for BJP. And second is the land relation, the kind of land relation had been changed in UP's villages, and most of the land are being bought by OBCs. So OBCs are emerging as a landlord caste. Earlier landowning caste. Earlier upper caste were the landowning caste. Now they are selling their land and they are shifting towards cities. So and the Dalits are laborers in the field. On the khet of the Mali.
So that's creating another dynamic.
And the dynamics. There is a contestation, everyday contestation between Dalit and OBC, and that is also creating a condition in which BJP is will not get.
Yeah, so that will create problems for BJP. BJP it's difficult for them to have OBCs and Dalits
together, because one is emerging as a opponent of others. Like.
Tell me, Badri, how do you see Samajwadi Party in all this? After all, the largest chunk of OBCs are with Samajwadi Party, right? Yadavs are a big chunk, right? Now, you said that BJP is also trying to penetrate OBCs, which they have succeeded a fair bit. They are also trying to penetrate Dalit sections which are not traditionally, which have not been loyal to Mayawati. The non, the Pasis or whatever. So, is all this leading to fragmentation of the subalterns, the Dalit votes, or the like in Bihar, Nitish created the most backward castes, right, as a separate unit, announced special packages for them. Is this kind of politics also emerging?
Yeah, of course. Actually, power always, the various kinds of political forces try to fragment subaltern.
Yeah, exactly. Subaltern. Especially the upper caste, the elites would like to fragment.
Yeah. But what's happening in 2014 election? There was some hue and cry that some percent of Dalit voted to BJP. But after 2014 election, the scene has been changed because of the reservation in promotion. Reservation in promotion implemented in UP, and that's why many Dalit service people, those who are in job, they lost the person who was engineer became clerk, the clerk became champion, principal became lecturer. So after 9 years job, they lost the seniority of 9 years, and that is happened with all Dalit castes, not only with Chamars. So now they are, and there is no one to speak for them. So they are looking towards Mayawati. Now in this election,
so this is an important dynamic at play.
In this election, Dalit in a very cohesive way are going to vote Mayawati.
So you are suggesting that there might be some defragmentation. They might be coming together of.
Bilkul.
Tell me, what's your assessment of? One is read in the newspapers, analysts, commentators saying that BJP did manage to get a section of Dalit votes in 2014 Lok Sabha. What is your read? How much did they get? Is there any?
No, mine is.
Is there any research?
No, actually there was a CSTS data, and they used to talk about that. But the kind of work which we were doing in the field and our analysis was that time also we differed.
Actually, you differed with the CSTS finding.
Yes. So our analysis was that only only a few very minimal percentage of Dalit
votes.
those who are in the cities,
Mhm.
and those who have acquired lot of the benefits from the democracy, stated democracy,
Mhm.
and they have aspiration to become
Mhm.
much bigger.
Mhm.
They moved towards BJP because they were not seeing. They exhausted their scope in the BSP,
Okay.
because their struggle for social respect has already done. So they got social respect, they got good job. Some of them moved towards BJP.
Okay.
But this reservation in promotion, when took place,
Mhm.
they suffered because of that.
Okay.
So they again came back towards BSP.
Okay.
Now the situation is, if Mayawati said don't come to me, they will go. They are bound to go, because they are comparing. Mayawati is just smiling. She's not doing much labor much effort to take them.
She's not laboring to get them back. But these people are more keen to go back to.
Keen to go back to them.
And how do you see SP's consolidation of their own core vote base?
The Yadavs, there was also discussion in that time, 2014 election. Yadav also moved towards BJP. There may be some percentage may move towards BJP, but this time minus Yadav. If you Yadav. Like Kurmi is a bigger caste, and Kurmi is the target of BJP. Maurya, Kurmi and Maurya both. Maurya, Murain.
The non-Yadav backward castes have been a target of BJP.
BJP. But Mulayam Singh politics is Yadav plus MBC.
Okay.
MBC. 17 castes are in the MBC.
Okay.
So he wants to form that alliance.
Is he succeeding there?
I think Yadavs are with SP, but MBC, BJP, Congress, and BSP, all three have a stake in MBC. So not only.
So MBC could split.
Split
3 ways.
3 ways.
And so from what you have said so far, 2 things emerge. One is you're saying that Mayawati is consolidating her Dalit votes, right? In some sense, in a way, Yadav Samajwadi Party is also retaining its core vote base. Now the big question is, which way are the Muslims going? And for the first time, Mayawati in her election speeches has directly appealed to the Muslims that you come with me, you'll be safe with me, I'll give you law and order. I am the main rival to BJP. Very interesting. This kind of campaign she's never done before. Right?
You're very right. You're very right. Actually, Mayawati started this politics of Dalit Muslim Alliance 2 years back. And see the way Bhaichara Samitis was working to bring forwards in 2007 or 6 election. Similar way, she formed committees between Dalit and Muslims leaders together to work at the local level and mobilize. BSP leaders started going in the bastis, and they were started appealing to the Muslims that you come to us and there will be no communal rights. Especially after Muzaffarnagar, this movement took Muzaffarnagar took momentum. So Muslims are Mayawati. The major politics in this election is forming Dalit Muslim Alliance. That's why in every meeting she appeals with the people. Don't be agitate. They will try to create communal rights, but you don't be come in their.
Don't fall for their polarization
strategy.
You know, it's very interesting because I went to Bihar. Nitish and Lalu used to, in all election speeches, they used to warn people about this.
Mayawati is doing the same.
She's doing the same
tactics. So because of that, and this kind of slogan, this kind of politics is appealing in 2 ways, is working in 2 ways. On the one hand, it's giving message to the Muslims that you come to us, to me, and the Hindus, Dalit, they don't fight with the Muslims. So communal rights should not take place, because it will ultimately going to affect our prospect in this election.
I want to ask you something here, Badri. These various empirical post-election empirical studies, including the CSDS one, seem to indicate that in the 2014 elections, the polarization strategy which BJP had very carefully put in place. Muzaffarnagar was part of that, right? Had actually helped SP also consolidate the Muslim votes. They got, there's one figure, 60% of the Muslim votes they got, which is a big number.
Very right.
Now, that worked in Lok Sabha. Do you think that will work in assembly?
No. I think it's not going to work in this election. You are very right. There's one kind of communalism. This creative atmospheres for this other kind of communalism.
Yeah, exactly.
So that happened, but in this election,
which is why Amit Shah keeps saying that SPs are
yes.
Because he's also hinting at that.
So what is going to happen? What is which is my analysis, that Muslims, Mayawati does not need much percent of Muslim votes. She needs only 8 to 10% of
8 to 10%.
If 8 to 10% Muslim vote will come to Mayawati will win this election.
Okay.
And in the Muslim communities, we used to walk and talk to the people. Even Nadwa you go and
that's not such a tall order actually. 8-10%. It can come very easily.
It can come because she has given 125 ticket of 125 Muslim candidates.
125 Muslim candidates.
Yes, it's the biggest number.
It's a big number.
And then the all strategies. So we are listening from the Muslim community that they are moving.
You have visited many
places, and we worked with them.
Muslim concentrations
are there, and they are talking about BSP. Recently there was a rally in Lucknow, Kanpur, Kansiram Parinirvan Divas. And in that rally there was a huge presence of Muslim. One can observe in that. But there is a danger also, and that danger is the danger of counter polarization, which is Amit Shah's strategy. That if Muslim will come in a very vocal way to support Mayawati, that will create counter polarization, and Hindu will come in the favor of. So Mayawati has to.
And you add a dose of this war nationalism. So
Mayawati has to be conscious about that. She adopted one strategy which Bihar experiment showed, but another strategy which Bihar experiment showed, that Muslims came out to vote for the Mahagathbandhan, not in various in Muslim dress. There was no burqa, and most of them came.
So you're saying that this must happen on the quiet, not very aggressively.
Yes. And Muslims, maybe Mayawati not conscious about that, but Muslims are conscious about that. They are not going to come very vocally in the support of BSP. They may not come in the election surveys, but in the at the booth you can find Muslims to go and vote for Mayawati. So that is going to happen. My analysis is this: the future of BSP in this election, the whole politics of BSP in this election is forming Dalit Muslim alliance, and that would be very that will work.
Another question that comes to mind, Badri, is that if you take the Lok Sabha vote shares, now BJP got 40% plus. It was overwhelming. They got 90% of the seats, more than 90%. Now, relative to Lok Sabha, people are asking how much will BJP drop? How much could it drop? Even if it drops 50%, it will still have some 21-22% vote share. Now, but if you look at the assembly elections past, almost all parties got, the leading ones got between 18 to 24%, right? That's what creates a kind of hung situation. So, of course, SP got much more. That's why they formed the government. So what's your sense? How will the vote share
in this election?
How will the shift happen relative to, say, the Lok Sabha?
Actually, the major shift would be in the favor of BSP in my analysis. BSP is, in my analysis, BSP is going to.
BSP got 19% in what, 19%, right? In Lok Sabha.
19%. But in 90%, there was the whole social engineering failed because they moved towards BJP. But this election, Muslims may turn back to may support Mayawati, and then the few percentage of the the other caste, OBCs, even the Kurmi. Kurmi is not a homogeneous vote bank in UP.
Okay.
They are divided in
They could split three ways.
three ways. Like there is one area of Beni Prasad Verma influence area. This from Lucknow and the Kunda, Bahraich and all.
Yeah.
Then this central UP, you can find there is share for Mayawati because Ambedkar Nagar and is there, and she has a close connect with the Kurmis of central UP. And eastern UP maybe BJP get vote because of Priya Patel and all. So Mayawati has a share in the OBCs. Traditionally also Kurmi were vote bank based vote of BSP politics after when Kashiram started this politics. So that and the third is wherever she is going to put forward caste candidate, they will bring some percent of vote. So her vote share in my analysis would be the higher, and if BJP will not succeed in engineering communal rights and the war hysteria will not work a lot, then Mayawati will be the number one.
These are big. These are ifs.
Ifs.
So that means you do give some. There's a chance that they might make it work.
They might make it work, but
they're also doing something around Ayodhya, trying to build some
Ram Mandir, but that is not going to work because Ram issue is now faded because people have no trust on BJP and that they are going to make Ram Mandir. That is not going to work. This war hysteria may work. But whatever we are observing, this war hysteria is also working in the urban space.
In the urban space?
Not in rural space. In rural
space. And urban population will be about 30%.
Right?
No more than that. Maybe even less than that actually, 25%.
So in that, and another factor is Congress. If Congress improve, that will going to harm BJP vote bank. And the SP,
even if they take away some of the upper caste
बिल्कुल Brahmin the caste
शीला दीक्षित the Brahmin candidate
बिल्कुल and SP का बहुत नीचे आना
संभव है
नहीं संभव है और होना भी नहीं चाहिए. अगर ऐसा होता है तो बीजेपी को फायदा होता है. मैं अपनी पोजीशन बोल दिया, कहना नहीं चाहिए, मतलब होना नहीं चाहिए, हो भी सकता है पॉलिटिक्स में, एनीथिंग कैन बी पॉसिबल. सो दे कैन बट बिकॉज एसपी अगर इफ विल गो डाउन देन द यादव वोट में टर्न टुवर्ड्स BJP also, because those who have acquired self-respect, social respect and wealth, money, they are richer class, they have a aspiration to come closer to Brahminical culture. So that the shift of the minor percent of Dalit and minor percent of OBC towards BJP, maybe because of that aspiration, because we want to become.
Yeah, but Badri, one more thing I want to ask you. You know, when I went to UP during Lok Sabha election and Bihar, ऐसे बहुत लोगों ने कहा, दलितों ने यूपी में बोला और बिहार में भी कई मोस्ट बैकवर्ड कम्युनिटी, उन्होंने कहा कि इस बारी मोदी को देंगे सेंटर में, मगर स्टेट में हम वहाँ बोला नीतीश को देंगे, यहाँ बोला मायावती को देंगे, खासकर दलितों ने. तो since that worked in Bihar, do you think it might work here also?
जी हम पूरी संभावना है, एकदम आपका सही कहना है. मुझे भी लगता है कि यही होगा. बहुत सारे वोटर्स ने जो
they have tried this government at the center and it's a mixed bag. 2.5 years, no jobs,
बिल्कुल disenchantment,
farm distress is at its peak.
बिल्कुल,
especially in UP has been really buffeted by
बिल्कुल. People are
rural incomes are virtually sort of stagnant down to negative growth.
Very disenchantment has been started against BJP, especially Modi. So that this election Modi factor will not work in that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
It failed many places.
What about the Jats? Like, what about the peasant community? I'm told the Jats in Western UP are also very unhappy with the farm policies.
Yes, and they are not happy with the BJP.
So would they go with Ajit Singh, the traditional?
They want
leadership.
They may go towards that, towards Ajit Singh, and they wanted. It was very interesting. They pressurized Ajit Singh in this election, before this election, in this election, that form alliance with the Mayawati.
Okay.
But it couldn't happen because Mayawati didn't give the space to. Now Jats are very anxious about their
anxious,
their social and political position.
You think still there
They are
could be some
insecure
seat
also.
adjustment closer to elections, some sort of understanding would happen? Between say some of these people, between say BSP Congress or BSP Ajit Singh, etc.
I don't know, but there may be undeclared alliances, not declared alliance.
Okay.
Post poll, it can happen.
Post-poll it can.
Pre poll, it should not. I don't see the future. That they are going to form alliance.
So the whole landscape is really very fascinating at this moment.
Fascinating,
Yeah.
and evolving. Election is evolving.
Yeah.
And election may turn anyways. And political forces are conscious and alert, and they should have the कहते हैं ना ये तो वैसा है कि एक रात में अगर हाका जो होते हैं ना गाँव में कहते हैं कि सोना मत अगर सो जाओगे तो you lose this election. That kind of situation.
So it's overall very tricky.
Very tricky, very tricky.
Thank you very much, Professor Badri Narayan, for talking to us. That's all we have in this discussion. Back with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.